Hi guys, Rune here, and welcome back to another challenge lock video where today we will see if Crusher by Dataspot will whip me or I will whip it. So we got Crusher by Dataspot in the vise. Here is his symbol, his creator symbol. Keys mummified. We are going to see how long it takes us to get this open. We are going to be putting this Z bar at the bottom of the keyway to prevent our pick from sliding down. And we're going to be using this TOK 50,000 bar going clockwise to provide tension. And I got a hook from Peterson in 25,000s to hook 1. So starting off, we got counter rotation on pin 1, nothing on 2, nothing on 3, back to 1. Let me drop into a false set. Got a little bit more on 2. And already I can tell that these pins love oversetting themselves, which makes it a little bit trickier to pick, but not impossible. We got into a deeper false set. Got into a deeper false set. Got counter rotation on 2. And a deeper false set. Oh, I think this is the last pin. Nope. Just pulsing tension to see if I overset something. I'm looking for something that's going to give me counter rotation or an open. Must have an overset pin. Okay, we're back to our false set now. Everything feels set. That's on 3, 4, 5, nothing on 5, go back to 1, 2, feels okay, 3, oh, there we go, we dropped the overset and we got the open. Everything felt set. I was trying to figure out what was going on, so not too terribly long. It took a little bit to get it open, but we were able to get it open. So let's get this out of the vise and we will get to gutting. Okay, so we have the lock gutted. Let's go ahead and take a look at this core. And you can see that every single chamber is threaded. And we have those ball bearing construction holes for keying on residential locks. And we have that typical Schlage keyway. And looking at the Bible, there's no mods to the Bible, I checked, but we have his maker's mark right here. And it says Crusher by Dataspot engraved on here. And then there's the faceplate of the lock and the back. And let's go ahead and stick some of these pins underneath the microscope in a second here. Let me show you the key actually. There's the bitting. So let's go ahead and stick this in the microscope. So the first pin we're going to look at is the key pin, if I can grab it. Come on. You can see we got that gin spool top on it. And you can see it's not quite even because you can see a little bit of a valley right there. Even the top itself, as you can see, it's kind of sloped down if you look at it. And you can see the tool marking from when it was put in the clamp. What that unevenness on the top is going to do is it's going to make it so when you pick it one direction, it's going to catch more on the shear line than the other direction. Here is the driver pin for one, and these are the threads that we're catching on that threading. And you can see that we have that spool portion there. Just kind of rolling it to show you guys the different sides of it. Here is key pin 2, if I can grab it. Come on. Work with me. There we go. So same situation. Sorry, I'm still getting used to this microscope. Same situation here. You can see it's not quite even on top. It's a little bit of a slope, but it still functions enough to do what it needs to do. Here is the driver pin for 2. This one, you can see some interesting tool marks on that top serration. I'm not sure what caused that, but I haven't seen those before. These ones on the top seem to be uniform, but this bottom one, you can see it's slanted down. On a serrated pin like this, it's not going to be as big of an issue. Here is key pin 3. We see we got some serrations on the interior of the spool, and you can see we got that slope on the top from how it was chucked in the Dremel. Here is key pin 3. You can see we got some variation in spool diameter. So this diameter here on the bottom is a little bit shallower than the diameter on the top of the spool. And you can see we got a little bit of serrations in the center. So here is driver pin 4, or sorry, key pin 4. Same situation as the ones preceding. And then we got this serrated pin has varying serrations in it, which definitely catches a little bit more on the shear line, and gives you varying false sets when you're pushing it along. And then key pin 5 is different than what we've been seeing because there's 2 spool tops essentially. And what that does is it offers an opportunity to double overset it, which means you get the pulse tension even more to get out of that. Whoops. Come on. Sorry. Here we go. And lastly, this is the last key pin. This one I really like. I think this is probably my favorite one. You can see how thin this lip is. That's probably out of all of them, this is probably the most effective at catching on those serrations. And it even got somewhat of a trampoline effect on the interior here. So those are the pin work for Crusher by Dataspot. Thank you all so much for watching. If you guys like this content, like, comment, and subscribe, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Thanks. Bye.